What's going on, everybody? Taylor from FTR back with another vlog. Today we're going to be going into another one of our mini series that we're going to be starting off the year. We're actually going to be calling this little mini series the Rack Rundown, and it's going to be again going into a snake that's under 300 grams, a snake that's over 300 grams, animal that's going to be listed for availability, and one animal that's an adult. So let's get right into it and let's get into the Rack Rundown. So the first animal that I want to show off today is one of our snakes that are currently sitting under 300 grams. So this here is an Orange Dream Yellow Belly Pinstripe, 100% het clown, possible het pied. Anyone that watched our last video knows that we have not done any shed testing quite yet, but we will be doing it in the very near future. This is a female that I'm really hoping proves out to be double het clown pied, because I really want to see what we can do. Pinstripe and Orange Dream work so well in the pied project together, and you can get some really nice oranges when you mix the two together. Yellow Belly bringing then that jagged sides for the pied. And then I also am a huge fan of Pinstripe clown stuff. So putting the two together, I think we can make some really cool clown pied combinations. Not everyone's a really big fan of Pinstripe and clown, but I am. I absolutely love it. This girl is a female that I'm going to be holding back just to see if we can make some cool stuff. This is one of those project animals that I'm just really excited for to have here to see what we can do with it. Really cool, just even without any recessives in there. She's a really nice looking animal. Kind of that throwback to those old jigsaw animals that I fell in love with when I was just getting into ball pythons. So I'm really excited to have this girl growing up. Hopefully she proves out to be the double het version, and then we can make some really cool clown pied combinations going forward, and hopefully make some really cool males that I can pair with her in the future. But really excited about this girl. She gets a little bit brighter with every shed, but the oranges are still staying there from when she hatched out, which I'm really excited. The next girl I want to show off is a girl that isn't necessarily really gene-packed, but it's something that I think is a stepping stone for a lot of project-based stuff that we want to do here. And this girl is a Red Stripe 100% het puzzle, and it's a girl that I'm really excited to have in our holdback rack, just in the sense that I think Red Stripe is so powerful when it comes to puzzle and everything in general, and she's just a really nice example of what Red Stripe is. These really nice burnt reds, the really nice stretched out pattern in the alien heads. I think it's just a really nice example, a clean example of what a Red Stripe should look like. And when we're holding back females like this to hold back to produce more clutches with in the future, this is exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for things that might not necessarily be really gene packed, but are just quality animals, so that when we produce those new combos, that it's just going to be a quality version of it and there's no second guessing. So if we were produce a couple gene Red Stripe puzzle, for instance, we know that Red Stripe is there visually by seeing it without having to shed test it. So that's one reason why I'm excited to have this girl in the rack. We have some counterparts, we have some other combinations that have more genes in them, just like this, but I just wanted to show off just a nice base example of what a Red Stripe should look like, and then having the het puzzle on there is just a bonus. This is the female this week that I want to show off that is available, and the only reason that she's available is because we got an upgraded version, in a sense, of her. This is a Pinstripe 100% het Desert Ghost girl that we were growing up, and we just got a female that has some more genes in her that is a visual version of this. So we're going to be going ahead and keeping her and getting rid of this girl, so she's going to be posted for sale. It is a really good example of Pinstripe, clearly. Pinstripes are very hard to miss. They're easy to point out, and I think they do work really good with Desert Ghost. I think if you get like a Lemon Blast Desert Ghost animal, which we have one here, they're just really exceptional. They're really beautiful to look at, and I think there's still a lot to be done with Pinstripe in general. I'm a really big fan of Pinstripe. I always have been. I've had Pinstripe for a long time, and I'm not planning on backing away from it anytime soon. We have a lot of projects that we're going to be using Pinstripe in this year. So this is a Pinstripe 100% het Desert Ghost female, that will be posted for sale. Same thing as last week, that it will be posted on our YouTube here first, and then 4 or 5 days later, we're going to be listing her for sale on other platforms. So if anyone's interested in this beautiful female, then feel free to reach out, and hopefully we can find her a new home. So the final snake that I want to show off today is this absolutely beautiful black pastel pied. One of the reasons I want to show this girl in particular off this week is because this is exactly what got me into loving ball pythons. One step further from this technically, which would be the panda pied, the super black pastel pied. That's always been a dream snake of mine. Unfortunately, we've never tried to go for them. After we got in, we realized it is not necessarily a perfect animal in the sense that they can come out with some deformities, shark mouth, they can have some kinking, some of them don't thrive to live. So we've avoided doing the super black pastel pied, but we've made some really cool black pastel pied combinations. This girl is absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, she's low white, which a lot of black pastel pieds are, but she's got some really cool pattern. She almost reminds me of like a camo look in this upper section of her where there is pattern. You get these really nice yellows that are coming through the blacks. And then obviously if you were to super form this and go super black pastel, you would get almost a pitch black pigment on it, which I think is absolutely stunning. One day we will try and do something maybe with different genes to get a replica panda pied. But for now, we're just going into other avenues with it just because we're looking more down the future right now. But this girl is absolutely stunning. I have a male and a female counterpart, so I do have the ingredients to do the panda pied in the future if that is something I want to do just for myself. Because opening up a panda pied would be a dream of mine, looking into the egg or into the bin every single day, whether I sold it or not. It's just a dream animal, and that's what we do it for. We do it for producing animals that we want to keep first and foremost. So this is just an amazing animal, and an animal that I probably will never get rid of, and that's one reason why I just wanted to show her off, is just because she's, in my opinion, absolutely stunning. And I think there's so much to do with black pastel aside from what we've seen it in clown, and I'm really excited what we can do with it. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, this is something we're going to be doing every Friday for the next little while until we start having our egg cutting videos and some of our other videos going forward throughout the year. But as of right now, we're going to be doing the rack rundown and kind of going over what we have in our racks as we move forward into 2026. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. If there's anything that you guys were interested in the video, or anything that you think we should do differently for our next video, then drop a comment. That means a lot to us, and have a great week, guys.